Okay, well, I'd say like a lot of the times, when I'm, maybe working and stuff like that, people maybe think I'm a little outgoing sometimes. Not like ridiculous, but I'm very nice, and
like
I'm very.
The guy that
I also call people
personal space, just like
No.
leans into the corner of the space bubble.
Nope, but I smile. I've bartended and served for the longest amount of time. So when you see me, I smile.
Yeah.
I try to call you by your name several times, so I remember your name.
Wow.
And I will also, you just be kind of aggressively nice, even if you're showing me that you don't want me to be nice, because I just feel like that's how.
Calling someone by their name is such a cheap psychological trick that everyone has to use.
That's how
because nobody hears their name enough these days. No. So if I know it's overwhelming to people for a stranger to be.
The only reason I'm not doing it with you, Brian, is because we know each other well enough that I don't need to remember your name. But it very much so in the beginning of conversations, I'm like, oh, that's awesome, Brian. Yeah. I really appreciate Brian, great to meet you. Yeah.
Oh my God. Sorry, everybody. I just twisted the mic stand. Yeah.
Yeah. It sounds like a cool,
Jeff, you're so right. Jeff, I'm really glad I met you, Jeff.
Yeah.
Jeff.
There we go.
You're destined for such great things. I'm going to
digging deep in the question box.
Yeah, let's do you want to do one or two more? You pick.
Let's go two. I mean, they're getting a little crazy, but it's fine.
They are kind of fun, right? Favorite president?
Oh, wow. That's a great one. Man, that's hard. I have to say, it's probably a little cliche, but I like the JFK, man.
Huh.
I just liked his speeches. I had a bunch of his stuff on wax when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And
on wax. Wow.
Yeah. And it's just really cool. I used to mix it into my hip hop, like him, like the speech.
Oh, no way.
Outside the White House for whatever. And like, it was just very like the way he spoke. And so it was very interesting.
Yeah. A warm voice for a president.
And obviously he was there was a whole, and he was badass. He was kind of, he's
anyone
kind
who
of
dies prematurely.
He was obviously a womanizer in some way, which isn't great.
Yes.
And so I don't admire that about him. But, also I think a lot of presidents are without, maybe not Obama or maybe not.
A lot of powerful men sort of, dip into this dark part of the opportunities of power.
Yeah, it really.
It's like a story. It's an archetype, which, we need some morality about how to avoid that. A value.
Yeah. Thomas Jefferson was a fucking ass. You know what I mean? Half the old presidents were complete fucking, slave owners and just not great people.
Yeah.
In general, I feel like JFK was getting a little better. Still womanizer, still stuck in that, mentality of that era. But there was something again, that's just for me because I just used to buy vinyl. I'd go to the store and I'd just mix and then I'd be like, ooh, JFK presidential speeches, and I'm like, fucking buy that, and then I'd put it over some beats, and it would just be like interesting, and I would love it, and so stuff like that. I'm
gonna buy myself a record player for Christmas.
Oh, I got
you. Start my new addiction of picking up $5 vinyls at thrift stores.
Sure. And now people are actually selling new vinyl. Like new vinyl's not even.
You're right. Like badass. I really want to get Dashboard Confessionals, like one of their live albums. I love Chris Carrabba, and it's like that's my nostalgic throwback.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it's like a heart wrencher. It's not like some 41 or some dumb punk rock that like has 3 chords in it.
Good old 3-chord beats.
Do you share your Netflix password, or are you sharing someone else's?
Sharing someone else's, of course.
Can we learn who that is?
Yes, my lovely mother.
Okay.
Yeah, wow. she's got all the passwords. My problem is, she's got family things, everything. Maybe not Netflix doesn't do the family one.
So it makes sense to share.
It does make sense to share.
And the question is designed to see like what part of the mountain do you fall on? Are you like a leech or a provider?
Sure.
So we learned today that Jeff is a leech.
I'm a leech in so many facets, but I also provide for other people.
Yeah. Do you have an account that other people are sharing from you?
Yeah. My Apple accounts and some other things. That it does happen. So
cool.
Yeah, the sharing plans.
Follow Jeff on Instagram at jeff.gonzales.1088. The digits 1088. It's on
hard.
Instagram.
There's so many Jeff Gonzaleses.
Jeff.gonzales.1088. It's pretty easy. Or follow the organization that he directs and leads at Santa Fe Independent Film. Did I just stop writing? Does it end in club?
No, I think it's SFND Film Club. There's a few.
Follow Artists with Brian. I'll be hot linking.
Yeah,
at
sorry.
mentioning all the
Sorry,
time.
I'm the worst. I'm the worst
It's
at
okay.
promoting ourselves.
But
We
yeah, if
also
you
have
wanted to
we also
promote,
have the Facebook.
no, but say people connected to you on a personal level outside the
Sure,
film
sure,
club. Where would you send them to stay connected with you? Is there a YouTube channel they can see some of your work, etc.?
Yeah, you can go to our Santa Fe Independent Film Club YouTube channel. They have some stuff. And then I actually, see, I'm really bad about this stuff. My old films are on YouTube somewhere, but I can't remember. You'll just have to look up The Curse of 1,000 Hairs or Shanghai Bunny the Curse.
Okay, maybe I'll pull that out as an audio clip, and then you'll send me the links, and I'll put them in the description and a comment. Let's do that.
Like I was a prepared person coming onto a podcast.
Well, yeah, whatever. You find the best ideas come out organically.
Sure.
We can say that. Follow @Artists with Brian on Instagram. Rate this show 5 stars in iTunes. Pretty. Please.
Do it.
Write a review. The most recent review at the time of the 25th, 50th, and 100th rating earns a $25, $50, or $100 iTunes gift card sent via email.
Dang, I want one. I'm gonna do one.
Pretty hot.
Is it?
Yeah, there's no restrictions.
Okay,
like my
sweet.
family could even win this, but I think they've already all done their reviews. They're way back in the queue. Currently, the person who would win, we're at 19 ratings. Adam Copeland, host of My Shitey podcast and first guest of this season.
Nice.
Thank you to our sticker partners. Jeff's organization is one of our very first 3, Santa Fe Independent Film Club. Drink, eat, socialize. 6 to 8 p.m. at Boxcar every Wednesday in Santa Fe.
Oh, it's actually going to Saturday.
It's actually not even Wednesday, and it's going to Saturday.
Follow us on Facebook or Instagram.
That's right.
And we will get the updated time. Right now, I think we're looking at Saturday 5 to 7. I think it's going to be changing this week.
Wow, I wooed you. The group that makes films with its members, Santa Fe Independent Film Club. I wrote a note to myself here. Oh, yeah, let's get a big local patron donation to these people. I believe in this club. I'm part of this club. So this is...
That'd be nice.
There's some conflict of interest, but I think not only are you doing it, making films with your members.
Sure.
You have momentum.
Yeah,
you
absolutely.
just finished a 5-minute one act play basically on film, which is really potent and evocative, and you're in the middle of it.
Sure.
Like what did people say? Give help to the people that don't need it.
Yeah. Well, no.
Or that it would help. Oh yeah, help people where it would help the most.
Absolutely.
You're already doing it. It's like fuel to your fire. What would if someone gave $10,000 to the club? What would you do?
Oh, we would most likely fund a actual budgeted project, so we could actually do something
just
like
one.
a half hour.
You wouldn't part it out.
Oh well,
because that's a lot of money. Couldn't you do like an hour-long feature for $10,000?
No, you're insane. You don't know how much money it takes to make a film.
I don't. So you're gonna help me.
So
I'll find the money, but you're gonna help.
I'll let you know
You'll
that.
Be like my
I'll
line
let you know
producer,
that the smaller, if you were trying to do a feature film, a 30-minute feature.
Yeah.
Like what you're or 30-minute
25 minutes for $2,500. You don't think?
I mean, we can do it, but I'm telling you, like if you were doing an actual budget production, $300,000 is like so small.
But that's for 2 hours. So you 150 would get you 60 minutes, which is what I think internet movies should be.
I mean, let me tell you this. There's a way to do it.
Yeah.
There's a way to do that. But I'm telling you, like, if you get into union productions and the way that it actually goes, something like that would cost, they'd be like, oh,
no, it won't be union.
Well,
It'll be rustic.
Yeah.
And we won't have insurance. Like, I'm going to have to do like a LLC or something so that I'm not personally liable. You're checking your watch. Are we in the weeds?
No, it just beeped at me.
You have a like space age watch.
Yeah,
Mars
space
watch.
age watch was like, get up, dude. You've been sitting, talking, and drinking and smoking for too long. So let me just say, it's 100% doable. What you're talking about is doable, but it's different plan. And yes, you do need to get some stuff set up. A little bit of insurance and some other things need to go towards it.
Yeah.
And we've got some people we'll talk.
Well, I'll
with.
tell you what. Basically, I'm doing is I'm producing. I know that I can write a project. That's highly limited in terms of 4 actors, 1 location, and I know I can get $2,500.
Oh, I know.
But maybe it's the case that like you consult with me free for a little bit, and it's like, oh shit, I can't make this for $2,500. So we go back to see if we can get money elsewhere.
Well, see, I don't want you to get the wrong idea about what I'm talking about.
It can be rough around the edges.
The film club can help you with that in different ways because what the film club is organized to do is to do these low budget and no budget productions.
Yeah, and it's members of the film club volunteering
Sure.
to increase the equity stake of the film club share,
Of course.
the value of it,
Of course.
which so then they don't have to pay dues and they can make more films in the future. It's public, private, it's innovative. It's probably naive. We probably have a lot of blind spots.
Sure. But again, you know, I was just giving you an idea of what it would actually be if you were doing a real budgeted production for, like, if you gave me your script and I gave it to somebody to break down and they would actually break down your 25-minute script, they'd probably be like, okay, that's going to cost us like $50,000.
Okay. Yeah. So
maybe like 60
I do
grand.
one of the scripts I wrote, I'm really attached to.
And that depends on if you have no like explosions or cars or stuff.
Yeah. I wrote it to be really cheap. It's probably going to be one of these things where it's like $300K to $1 million to make. But I need to get my feet wet.
Sure.
As
and
a
so
producer and someone
essentially
right into
what you
high
do,
financial constraints.
essentially what we do with this other one is we just cut it down. We cut the stuff we don't have the budget for.
Oh, yeah.
And we make it the way we're going to make it, just like
it's
we do
all
with Joni.
dialogue in one room. It's based off a stage play.
So that's fine. So it's a different idea. But again, it all depends on what's going on with the production. But the nice thing about Film Club, and if like you said, if somebody happened to come out of the middle of nowhere and gave us $10,000, I would probably put $5,000 to a production like yours or something like that that's small and doable, and I would take $5,000 for gear, and then I wouldn't have to even spend as much money. So I have a small little,
because you own the gear,
and then we can then when we have production budgets, all we have to do is pay people and food.
It's a depreciating asset, but it's an income producing asset, that gear. So that's a really interesting opportunity for someone who does have $10,000 that they maybe made in Hollywood or
otherwise you can
film.
always rent for each show, but you have to keep your timelines really short.
Renting gear sounds scary. I think I'm going to build my team around who owns what gear. I know that sounds cold-hearted, but
for this particular show,
that's how you make something for $2,500.
Exactly.
Thank you to the Human Rights Alliance of Santa Fe. Visit hrasantafe.org for a list of Santa Fe Human Rights Alliance events. Thank you, Oasis Camper Vans out of Boulder, Colorado. Minivan conversions so good, most of their customers are out of state. At Oasis Camper Vans on Instagram. Jeff, what do you still hope to achieve?
So I just got into the union. I'm working on set at the moment. So I essentially got all 30 days. In order to work as a union member, you need a couple of different things. You need to work 30 days on a union production. And then you need to have somebody vouch for you and pay your union dues, and you're a union member and you get to work quite a bit in film.
Shoot, does that mean that you can't participate in my non-union project anymore?
No, it doesn't.
Maybe in a different capacity.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, it doesn't at all. So that's a good union. It's the cameraman union or what?
No, SAG and other places. SAG is really the only one that doesn't allow you. The union just really backs you up when you are on a union production.
So you just got into that. You found 30 days of credit recently. You got hired enough.
I've been working at it for over 4 years.
Whoa! You accumulated 30 days in 4 years.
I got my last. I had 7 days to get. I'd had 7 days to get for almost 2 years since the pandemic. So I had gotten those days for the first 2.
Yeah. And
then pandemic, everything else finally started back up, and I got all of my 7 on the TV show MacGruber.
Good for you.
It's filming. So stoked about that. Definitely gonna move into the union. Be making a little bit of money. My goal with that is to hopefully work 4 or 5 months out of the year, maybe 6.
Yeah.
You make very good money. You get union benefits, and then you can take some time off and try to work on art productions. These big budget things, and actually, maybe long term, hopefully, direct stuff. And that takes a long time. I don't know if you know how it works to get into the Directors Guild.
Yeah, but you don't need that. You can work for me. I'll find money from out of state and in state.
Love it.
And you can work on one of my projects. I'm so glad I met you.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I'm so glad. People listening, like if Jeff and I met because he started a club, and I sort of gave up on my idea of becoming a Hollywood screenwriter, and I thought, let me find the film community, make films with them. And that's exactly what your mission was, and I didn't even know that. So glad I met you.
That's awesome.
People that are listening and feel isolated, they have a hobby. Maybe this podcast is one of their main sources of sort of, in quotes, conversation, relatability with other creative individuals. Start the club. Start the club that you wish you could go to. That's what Jeff did, and now he's here. I get to meet him. Before we go out of the official show format and come back for a bit of a chat after a drink, Jeff, lay down a question for a guest on the second half of season 3.
Oh, okay.
So this won't be Armando. It'll be actually the very last. Eighth guest will ask the 16th guest.
Okay.
So we have no idea who it is.
I'm just going to go, what inspired you to become, an artist? It's a little easy, but, what was your main inspiration for becoming the artist that you are?
Thank you.
What was that thing that made it happen for you?
Like the precipitating event?
Yeah. I don't know. For me, I think filmmaking came from, being a latchkey kid in some ways, man. I had HBO to fucking babysit me when I was a kid. That was it. And so I watched a lot of comedies and a lot of random movies and, a lot of TV shows, a lot of that stuff. And I loved it, and read a lot of books. So I feel like that was really where I was like, oh man, I think I might be able to do this stuff, especially the comedy writing. It just felt like, that especially with my buddy Michael Burrell, my writing partner, we just have a great back and forth. And I think some of the greatest, comedy writing partners, like Harold Ramis, Dan Aykroyd, they have this where they go back and forth. Mel Brooks,
chemistry,
Gene Wilder, you know what I mean? It's like that when they got together and did stuff, it's like, we're hilarious apart, but together it's like, fuck, whoa,
yeah,
explosive. So, it's interesting. And there's a lot of great, writers, comedy writers that don't write with anyone else, like John Hughes but I love the collaboration writing sometimes where you can really feel that there's two people making the comedy happen.
Awesome. I don't even remember what the question was. Let's take a break. We'll see everybody soon. And we are back, everybody. How you feeling, Jeff?
Doing good, man. Little break, little smoke break, little cigarette. Sorry, not endorsing cigarette smoking. It's bad for you. Don't do it.
So a couple hours back when you showed up to my house, you offered something really cool to give me an audio track.
Yes.
That you've made as like an electronic music producer.
Sure.
For the show. And you just offered like it's free. I don't know if you're...
No, I want all kinds of money and royalties on the back end. No, I'm just...
Well, do you feel like you'll get promoted? I mean, I only have 1K Instagram followers right now, but that might be 10K in 6 months.
I would like to offer it up, for now. This is my... this is one track that we thought, it is... I produced the track, and then my good friend Max Amplitude is the one that is singing. So... Yeah, it's kind of appropriate for, I think, the show. Maybe we've got other ones too. Maybe one day you'll
play that one with the filter. I really liked it.
Maybe one day
it'll be kind of lo-fi. It's his cell phone into his mic.
Yeah, lo-fi is awesome though.
Yeah, it has character. It's good levels. You're listening to Artist with Brian. I'm Brian here with
Jeff Gonzales.
Jeff is a filmmaker, sound editor, music producer. I dig it, man. I say we try it for season 3. Do you want it at the beginning and the end?
Yeah, I think it'll sound great.
I say I thank you every episode at the end. Like, I'll shout out your Instagram handle for your music if you have one. To cater to your taste. To cater to your taste. Throw away like an apple core. It's awesome, man.
All right, so that is actually called Mars Red. Which I think that's why it's appropriate for artists with Brian. Mars Red is an incredibly popular color for painters.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Even out here in New Mexico.
Oh, Mars Red is one of the, it's just that color.
Out in Cuba, New Mexico, there's stunning cliffs, and they're like this saturated clay red.
Yep.
That's probably what you're talking about.
Oh, it's actually just a color, like a particular color of paint.
Yeah.
My buddy Johnny O'Brady inspired that track. He is another fantastic artist. I suggest you follow Studio O'Brady or Johnny O'Brady on Instagram. He is local. He's actually from Seattle, but he lives in Santa Fe now. Wonderful painter. He paints this amazing stuff on canvas, and then has done some incredible like installation art back in the day in Seattle. So super cool guy. And we were inspired to make this track based on a film that he's making called Mars Red. He's still editing it. He's been working on this film for 10 years. It's kind of a passion project of his. It's going to be very interesting. So definitely check that out at some point.
Yeah, we can shout out him too. I'd say you're being very generous. So let me send some generosity back to you. We have 8 more episodes in this season.
All right.
So we'll do it free for this season. I don't know if I'll use 10, 30 seconds at the beginning, 10, 30 seconds at the end, whatever. We'll give you credit on air at the end of every episode. And then what I will do, if it's working out for you, if it's working out for me, and if it's working out for the fans, if they like the vibe, we can make a deal for the successive seasons.
Love it.
Because the mission of this show is to pay artists. I'm trying to pay people $100 per diem just to show up.
Sure.
We're looking for a sponsor for that. So I don't know what we're going to, if this happens before season 4, what kind of agreement we're going to come to. But
sure,
it's money, hopefully, that a sponsor's paying that I can brag that's going directly to a local artist.
Oh, yeah.
So it'd
absolutely.
be cool. So a little licensing deal.
Love it.
You're first or no?
Yeah, no, actually, I have a ton of music that I've never sold, so.
Yeah, so we'll do a licensing deal on your music, and then that gives you something to talk about for your next licensing deal.
Love it. Thanks, man.
I say we're having fun.
Yeah, we are.
I like to say that Jeff and I went boating today.
Yeah, we were hanging out in the sun.
In the sun.
Fun in the sun.
Yeah, having some drinks.
I lost Indiana Jones. It made me a little sad. But I do have it at my house.
Yeah, you have it.
And
I'll
watch it, and I'll just probably study some history. Just so I don't, so I don't lose another episode of trivia with Brian. I don't want to be a 2-time loser next time I come back.
You don't. You will come back. It's kind of funny that you mentioned that. We do have repeat guests, and I'd like to have you back on at some point to update people about the film club and your projects. And
of course.
This documentary that you're doing on the Pecos, or you did, and yeah, just what other cool Hollywood productions you've worked on out here. Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade is significant to me because before we had a VCR, this is late too. It's like 95.
Okay.
Before 4 kids, before we had a VCR, we had 3 cassette tapes. One of them was 3 VHS tapes. One of them was a copy of Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade that my god sister had recorded off television and then dubbed for me.
Nice.
And the other was White Fang, and then something called Tiny Toons, How I Spent My Summer Vacation. But Last Crusade's one movie that I've seen over 100 times for sure.
Nice.
Before age 12.
Awesome. It's a good movie.
Near and dear to my heart. I'm glad you didn't win it. I get to hold on to it for another week.
Nice.
Yeah. Let's spice things up. I was trying to introduce the clay pot a few minutes ago, but I lost it. Jeff, what size bed do you sleep in?
I got a Cali King.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Do you know the dimensions of that?
I don't. It's gigantic, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I have my...
Is it just you sleeping in it?
No, my girlfriend's very tall. So
taller than you?
Taller than me.
It's not a big deal to you guys?
No.
We've been
together for like 10 years.
If it was a big deal, it would already have happened.
No, yeah, we've been together for about 10 years, so it's never been an issue.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Good nights in the Cali King.
Yeah.
Is it foam or spring?
It's just a regular old springy. The Cali Kings are expensive, so I haven't really busted out like the, Sleep Number or any of those balls.
Yeah, or Casper.
But it's probably going to happen. Purple mattress? Huh? You guys want to sponsor the show? Hit Brian.
I'm going to try to keep the advertising local. I think I can make more money, but I can also make a bigger impact.
It's good.
There's a thread here. People in Santa Fe getting recommendations in town. I'm scared about this one for you, Jeff. Have you ever been to jail?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, when I was a kid.
So how many times? No, let's play
just
a game.
Once. Oh, sorry. That was I went too fast. I went too fast. Over, under, on how many? Just the one time. Yeah.
Okay, I would have guessed 3.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I'm
just how comfortable you answered.
Yeah, no. Well, I'm not shamed. People go to jail, man. People are stupid when they're kids. There's nothing wrong.
A slap on the cheek.
Nothing
from
wrong
society.
with being caught in the system.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was dumb and I got in trouble when I was a kid, and that's
all you're gonna say about it.
It's not fun. Yeah, it was an overnight stay. Never been in. I guess that wouldn't be like. It's not like prison.
Who bailed you out?
Not like prison. Oh, the mom. You gotta have mom bail you out, dude.
You're a mama's boy.
Yeah.
On her Netflix password and everything.
Of course.
It's hilarious. Have you had a near-death experience?
Not really. No. Been pretty fortunate not to have a near-death experience. I mean, I've gotten into car accidents and such. That seemed, but not like.
Yeah, my most recent car accident, I had like a split second where I thought I might die because it was a surprise from the rear end at a high speed when I was parked.
Yeah. I mean, a guy pretty much killed a guy next to me once when I was in the car. I was like driving back from Albuquerque. My mom has a business, and I was helping her out by driving a load of tile back from Albuquerque in her flatbed truck. So we basically I got to the light, and there was a little SUV next to me, and then a much bigger like semi just rammed into the back of that guy going really fast.
Oh my God.
And I was in that lane, but I guess that was the closest, I guess. It was in that lane, and I got over like right at the end to be in the right-hand lane. So
I went to trucking school during COVID. It was like mainly a cry for help. Like it was one of the one places I could commune with other people.
Sure.
Because it was essential. Like, you know, Trump himself probably like signed off on trucking schools being open. And yeah, I got 90% of the way through, and then I didn't get my license because I knew that it was I wasn't going to do it as a job because it's so effing dangerous.
Yeah.
I know exactly probably what happened in that crash. Like the guy wasn't paying attention and he couldn't downshift quickly enough. You have to go through like 10 downshifts when you slow to a stop.
Yeah.
So it's like over before it's over. As soon as he pays attention to what's going on, he's just like, damn.
Yep. Gonna kill that guy.
Hold on. Yeah, it's really awful. And I didn't want that responsibility. Have you ever driven a big rig?
No, I've driven like like 18-foot Penske, and then I've driven something similar to that with a trailer behind it.
Okay, trailer is where it gets really complicated. A straight truck is just like a ship.
No, I've done ship. The trailers are rough, and I've definitely done a lot of the trailer.
They move in an opposite direction when you're going backward from your wheel, so really hard to maneuver. Even in open field, it's like super hard to get over that opposite intuition.
Sure.
I do recommend trucking school, though, to people. Do it at your local community college. It'll give you a much more appreciation.
School, yeah.
For truck drivers. And it'll give you, if you get the license, it'll give you a really interesting fallback job. You can, like, drive concrete around your hometown.
Call everyone brother. Get off the truck.
There's so many funny YouTube channels. My favorite's called, I forget, Happiness by the Mile, I think. And she interviews people at truck stops. She's a trucker herself. It's hilarious.
Nice.
A lot of brother guys.
Yeah.
Jeff, what's your favorite fast food chain?
Oh, that's interesting. Fast food. You know, I'm pretty traditional. I guess I think I like the McDonald's, man, you know?
That's awesome. What do you order at McDonald's?
Back in the day, the Nana and the Papa used to get the chicken nuggets, you know?
Oh,
so I'm
fan
still
of McDonald's for the nuggets.
For the nuggets and fries.
Do you remember they used to do a 20-piece for $5 back in the 90s?
I do. I guess in the 90s, I think people were buying my nuggets back then. Because I was born in '83, you know, so I wasn't.
Yeah, I was '86. So
I wasn't purchasing nuggets, but
I think they still have that. You said you were latchkey. I was latchkey too. I was at the cash register at McDonald's.
I try to avoid 100% of the fast food now. You know? Yeah. But if I was gonna, you know,
if you're gonna celebrate our boating experience today, where would you go with me after the show?
Oh, like we're gonna
like group fast food.
Are we? Oh, group fast.
Like
food.
It has to satisfy both of us. But what would be your pick? Because we'd probably both mention our favorite, and then
what is your favorite? What's your favorite?
Like, where would I want to go right now? It's always I always go through Chick-fil-A or Chipotle.
Okay,
those are like.
I've never been to a Chipotle, and I don't think I'm going to because there's 1,000 better burritos in Santa Fe than Chipotle.
I know, it's sad. Like, I'd rather get a $2.99 breakfast burrito at Burrito Spot than eat Chipotle now.
But they don't sell them for that price unless it's before 10:30.
Yeah, which is when I eat my breakfast burritos. I'm like 34 and all feeling it. I'm all grown up.
That's when it's money.
I want to eat a burger with you though. Actually, at I want to eat like a $12 to $15 burger with you that we can walk to.
So I would go to Bang Bite or to the burger stand.
Bang Bite is a truck.
Bang Bite's a great truck.
And the burger stand is right on Burr Alley there. I got a really cool patio.
Yeah,
I've been there once.
Did you get
Would you go there with me, or you gotta be somewhere
like today, like right now? Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I'll get a Diet Coke to help me.
She's gonna get Diet Coke
to help me wake up.
Yeah, I imagine there might be.
No. I'm gonna get a big ass burger because it's so gourmet. The patties are kind of small. That's my only 4 stars. Patty small.
Sure.
You're gonna have to get like a triple.
No, if you get one of their bigger burgers, it's bigger. Like if you
They
just
advertise
get
quarter pound or something.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Third pound is what I want.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want a 3rd pound.
Maybe that might be the.
Or no, a half pound.
I don't know where Bang Bite's at.
Yeah, they move around. It's a big orange truck, which we've mentioned on the show before.
I think there would be if we went to Slate Street. Wait, not Slate Street. Damn it, that's in Albuquerque. Break Room, the Santa Fe Brewing Tap Room Break Room. Have you been there?
I've seen photos. It's really nice looking.
They do have a Bang Bite location outside, so they should be open as it's a Saturday, I believe.
I want to walk, though. We don't have to elaborate on why, but I want to walk.
Sure. So you can walk off some of the hamburger.
Let's see what this one's that's folded up. Yeah. Oh, cool. This one comes up a lot, but it's necessary. What grocery store do you shop at?
I do Sprouts, actually. I'm mostly Sprouts.
Really?
Yeah, and
Sam's. Do you buy
Club,
organic produce?
Sprouts and the Sam's.
Wow, you're a membership guy.
Yeah.
Who's paying for the Sam's Club membership?
We pay for that one.
You and your girlfriend.
Yeah, that's easy.
Beautiful.
It's like
you
$40
didn't say if you're organic or non-organic.
We mostly go organic for fruits and vegetables.
And Sprouts is really good for that.
Yeah, and then
that's their peak area.
But we also buy groceries for our mother-in-law or my girlfriend's mom in the back. So
yeah, and she likes that like
chicken
cereal,
Tyson chicken and stuff
with the really healthy looking packaging.
And we got dogs, so you gotta get the epic amounts of dog foods there.
They have it at Sprouts. They have dog food.
No, at the Sam's.
Oh, Sam's. So
that's
we're talking about different things.
It's a mix.
We're gonna drain this clay pot. This is fun. Send in a fan question if you're listening to this far. We need you here.
Yeah, you should
comment on the Instagram. Email artistwithbrian@gmail.com. Get in touch with me some way. Find Jeff on the street and shake him. And scream your fan question.
And then I'll relay it to Brian somehow.
This is worthwhile. I'm going to pull this out as a clip because you drink. You enjoy drinking.
I do, yes.
And you're born and raised, 4th generation. What's your favorite Santa Fe bar? But one all time, and then since it's post-COVID, still survived.
Wow. That's a great question. Yeah, there's a lot of places that aren't around anymore. There's a special place. I don't know. I guess the first place I ever worked has a really, unique feel for me. It was the Palace restaurant. And it is back to the Palace now. The Palace Prime, I believe, is there. But it was before. So it's gone through iterations since then. It was owned by Lino, who owns Osteria, and Lino's Pizza now. And this is my first job. I started as a runner. They made me a server right away. We did tableside Caesars, and the bar was just like amazing. It had red velvet pattern wallpaper that was from the original Bordello, apparently, and the knocker from the original old school Bordello back in the day, which is, the gentleman's entertainment club, if you will.
So there was a Bordello in that building.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Yeah. And
the Palace was exquisite inside.
Yeah.
Like mirrors everywhere and red velvet everywhere reflecting in those mirrors.
Yeah.
Tassels.
Very, very old school.
Probably cherry or oak bar.
Yeah. Beautiful. Dark, very dark in the bar, a little bit lighter in the dining room. But, and we were wearing full, ruffled cummerbund with the vest. And, it was just with the bolo tie, really an interesting experience. But, now I think my favorite place, to go, I like Boxcar a lot. It's a little bit of a sports bar, so there's definitely better bars in Santa Fe. But they've been incredible to the film club, so we always enjoy going there. I really do always enjoy going and getting a lava lamp at Coyote Cantina. You really can't...
Lava lamp is their signature drink?
It is just one of their... Yeah, it's a great drink. Have you ever had a
Is it a margarita?
It is a Mexican beer.
Oh.
Half Mexican beer with half frozen margarita in it. And then if you really want,
sounds good.
Had them make it smoking lava lamp and drizzle a little mezcal on the top, and you're going to be in a happy place.
What high school did you go to?
I went to both high schools of our lovely town at the time.
Wait, let me guess. By both. You mean Capitol and Santa Fe High?
Oh, you were close. St. Mike's.
Oh, yeah. It is a freaky answer. That's a Catholic school that you've got to pay for. But you're saying it's the second most popular by student body or what?
No, I guess Capital was.
Or Capital is out of the zip code, or it's so close by. It can't be.
That's just how I just disrespect Capital like that, apparently. That's my bad. Yeah, no. It was the Saints versus the Demons. I don't know. What are the Capital? Like Jaguars or something? They don't have any place in the
Jeff.Gonzales.1088 on Instagram. Go find him.
Go get him.
That's where he lives.
Capital. You fuckers.
I'm just kidding, Jeff. Whoa.
Sorry.
I was getting you out of a
I know Capital people. They're cool.
Situation.
But, whatever. Mike's Demons.
Have you ever spotted George R. R. Martin in town?
Oh, yeah. I've done stuff in close proximity with him when I've been volunteering for the union. I've been at his events at, Jean Cocteau. He's fairly ubiquitous. I'm working on a show that he's producing, so as
he shows up on set.
He is not, no. But I'm just saying that he's the other producer besides the one that's on set. He may show up. He does tend to do that occasionally.
Yeah, maybe you'll see him at like a after party or something.
But mostly you just go to I've seen him at the Jean Cocteau at different events, and never like shopping or anything.
What podcast are you listening to right now?
Obviously, Artist with Brian. That's my favorite podcast.
Right.
But no, I actually usually don't listen to podcasts. I love music. I like a couple of dabbled in some of the murder mystery podcasts. Sometimes I was listening to Joe Rogan way back in the day.
Yeah, I've slowed down on him.
I've just gotten
He's really for a younger audience. I don't know how old you are, but
yeah,
some of the stuff he says is
really
stupid. Yeah,
it's getting a little ridiculous now.
Yeah.
And so I've been really focusing on finding new music lately. So everything's been like trying to find the new music, which is weird. So it hasn't been so many podcasts.
You've been putting in effort.
Yes.
To discover. You're not just letting the algorithm in Pandora or Spotify decide for you.
I'm trying to manipulate it into doing what I need it to do. It's so difficult.
I do that on YouTube because I love like underproduced stuff from ultra talents that the world doesn't know about, like young people, like 19, 20, 21-year-olds.
Sure.
They're releasing straight to YouTube, and if you see the algorithm, boy, it's kind of interesting as like someone who likes to discover talent. It's like there's so much of it.
Yeah, you've got to kind of get around it sometimes.
Yeah, and they're not going to all go to Hollywood this time around.
No.
They're going to stay where you live. So make some really good art with the talent that's surrounding you. I call it make movies with what you have.
That's how we do it.
That's how we do it in Mexico. That's how you should do it in South Dakota.
Oh, or just make a journey back. put the car on the trailer. Wow. Metacuts, deep metacuts.
Deep metacuts. We've emptied the clay pot.
That's a good thing, Once you get to the end of the clay pot, you get to try to make up another question.
Yeah, this is a real challenge. I'm gonna improvise. Oh my God, what's been the biggest disappointment since you started Film Club?
Interesting. That's probably
I'm pretty good at this.
I would say it's kind of this both the one of the great things and one of the bad things, which is one of our last productions, which went very well, but also ended sort of poorly.
You're talking about Joni?
Yeah.
Okay. What went well? What went poorly?
I mean,
Thorns and Roses.
So I'm going to say that, we did a good job of getting what we wanted to, but we didn't organize ourselves well. We got what we wanted, but it was seat of the pants.
A little too much pain.
It was definitely harder than it needed to be.
Yeah.
And it was, again, it's oftentimes what happens without a budget and all the other things that we do. But, better organization, that's what you want to learn from. I think we got something fantastic out of it all, but it could have been run much smoother and done a lot easier.
Is there a fight over who has the right to enter it in what film contest at this point?
No.
Who controls where it gets submitted?
Right now we'll just, probably submit it to just the one film festival because I can. without a cost.
Which one is that?
The Santa Fe.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
That'd be so fun to see that get.
Yeah.
We could invite people. It could be a film club event.
Yeah, exactly.
That's so cool.
Yeah, so we usually, we try to get something in every year. And then, if Emmett wants to make a run with the film, then he can do what he wants. It's essentially his film. Film club never really is going to take rights unless we bought into a budget and did the whole thing,
Yeah,
So
you just want your special thanks and your forever long tie to it.
Just in association with Film Club. It's all good.
It's beautiful. Yeah. So you did a good job there.
Yeah, I mean, I
Rose
liked it.
first, then the thorn.
Yep. So, I got to ask you a question now because I don't know if the
ask me a
audience knows
couple
that
questions. And then
I know you've been living in Santa Fe for 7 years, but where are you from originally? Because I don't know that. I should know that.
Virginia. Born in 1986 in Arlington Hospital.
Okay.
Lived in the same house for 17 years in Reston.
Reston, Virginia. Reston, Virginia.
Reston.
Like
I went
resting,
to high
but
school in Alexandria, which is a town people probably have heard about. My bus ride was 45 minutes.
Wow.
I went to USC.
Nice.
As an undergrad on scholarship. I quit the film part of my dual degree program after 2 years and I was scared of being poor. I grew up poor and I was like, that's not a nice vibe. As an adult, I can't take 2 hits in a row. So I finished in business and worked in oil trading for a few years.
Cool.
But the artist in me came out. It was unavoidable.
Nice.
So, I did a little bit of artistic work on some educational videos for Poker Strategy, which the fans know about. That's how to play poker.video, 1.2 million views.
Nice.
But I didn't really start doing art in earnest until I moved to Santa Fe. I tried a podcast for a year, tried stand-up that year. Then I spent 5 years straight writing feature-length screenplays for Hollywood, trying to get a good sample to get a manager and get an assignment, and it just never materialized. I got some manager interest. I got some indie producer interest. But it's actually miserable trying to sell yourself if you have self-confidence.
Sure.
Based around the work. If you know you've put in the work, why sell? Why struggle so hard to sell yourself short? That's what the screenwriter gets, is less than they deserve. So I'd rather produce my own work and produce other writers' work that I admire and I feel like
deserve
it's
that
good
credit
taste.
as well. Yeah,
deserve to get made and make some money.
Cool.
So that's my life story.
Like it. Yeah, I just didn't know the origin story. I didn't know quite a bit.
Yeah, I'm one of 4 kids.
Cool.
Talked about my siblings on my appearance on My Shiny podcast. I'm the youngest. 2 sisters and a brother on top. And I do this podcast. It's like, I'm so glad COVID ended and I'm back to this because it's really nice to commune with other artists.
Yeah,
and to get comments on Instagram even. It's just really cool to see people connect out of the woodwork.
Yeah, that's great, man.
Some that live in town, some that are like in South Dakota.
Cool. Yeah, you'll never know. They'll all listen.
So there's something going on with Film Club. It's an LLC, but you guys want to have your own money to direct into film projects of your own and JVs around town. So you're trying to raise money right now with a little golf tournament.
So coming up in October, it's going to be October 22nd. It's a Friday. We're going to have a golf tournament that is going to be a fun kind of scramble golf tournament. What that means is you just kind of all 4 of your team hits from the one location, and whoever hits the best ball, you guys all hit from there. And so, it's not like you're really playing, like, you don't have to be a crazy good golfer, and you can be, and that's also fun. But, it's just a fun tournament to raise money for film. So the idea is this is all going to go towards the nonprofit fund of our LLC. We'll give this money to New Mexico Film Resource, and then we will in turn take that money and fund a local independent filmmakers project. So the tournament is going to have dinner and a live music show included. It's $125 to enter per person or $500 per team. It's 100% tax deductible. If you have a business out there and you want to sponsor us, that's what it's all about. We will also, you can sponsor holes. So we have 18 holes. If you'd like to sponsor a hole, it's only $200 to have your name featured on one of the holes. We're going to have hopefully a celebrity guest from Comic-Con join us. We will be
He winked at me, guys.
having some amazing live show music. Right now we're still booking it, but I think it's going to be a fun night.
The scramble part's awesome. I didn't think I could play, but I can definitely play scramble.
Well, that's the point of a charity
like out
golf
of 18
tournament.
holes, I might win my foursome in terms of best shot like 1 or 2 times, which is fun enough for me.
Exactly.
Yeah. So if you're making a team, I think you got to pick a ringer.
Yep. Pick somebody
Pick
that's
a
good.
ringer just so you're functional as a team.
And there'll be some prizes. We'll probably do like first and even maybe the last place prize. So it should be a fun event. And
what do they win? What do they win?
Well, probably some stuff from the pro shop, like a gift certificate to the Santa Fe
the
Country
course
Club Pro
itself
Shop.
is going to say thank you.
Yes.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's a good gift, especially for someone who's like taste testing golf or getting their clubs out of the closet. It would be a way for them to get back into it, go play another round after they, get a taste for it again in the tournament.
Oh, yeah. Well, and, it's just a great way to support the local independent film community. We're really looking to find people that are undervalued in the community, that, have wonderful stories to tell, and be able to give them enough to get their story done. Just kind of like what you're talking about with, not being able to give them, that $40,000, $50,000 budget, but $10,000 and the crew and the people and the, the right know-how to get it done.
So it's about playing golf to help the starving artists of Santa Fe work together to create something beautiful.
Yes, sir. 100%.
Simple as that. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, man, it's been a blast. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for everyone for hanging out this long. If you did,
woo,
rate the show 5 stars. Go follow Jeff on Instagram. Follow the Santa Fe Independent Film Club. Until next time.
Bye, guys. Thanks for having me.